Alright, welcome back to Dan's Code Traders Hub. Yes, it's your boy Dan here as usual, and like I've always told, it's Dan's Code Traders Hub, where we grow a community of traders together. Alright, sorry for the delay. I had some technical challenges that I needed to first sort out, but we are here now. Without any further ado, let's look into the charts. We are coming here today even to make more money because you're giving us good signals, good entries and exits for the glory of your name. We give you praise, we love you. In Jesus' name we've prayed. Amen. Right, so okay. All right, thank you, Patrick. Good morning. Thanks for this interlude bit. It's awesome. Yeah, I love it also. I love it. Hopefully you guys are having a good time. So let's now get into our daily routine. So we start with Crash 500. Start with Crash 500. So let's check it out. All right. I hope sound is okay from where you are, guys. From what I'm seeing on my software here, all is well. All is well. All right, so Crash 500. Let's get into it. So yesterday it messed us up. We had planned to sell it. Why? Because to buy it. Why? Because we had seen this trend line here, reaching that trend line. It was like a support area there, but it decided to go all the way and come to this other one. Remember, we had this at first, but we didn't have the basis for this other trend line. It was not enough, so it decided to come all the way back down below to actually give us the second low, the third low, to clear up this. So after touching it immediately, the buys started. So it touched it. I don't know why. I think I was in class by then. Let me see. 3, 4, 5, around 5 p.m. Yeah, 5 p.m. I was heading to church, I think. Yeah, so yeah, we missed that entry. We would have entered there because we had known what it was already aiming at right there. So the buy came through after going through that channel. Once I saw that it was within the channel there, I left it alone, and it's the only loss that we had yesterday. I shared it with the VIP team, the VIP group, and we made that loss. But those who entered other trades, you recovered that loss because our stop loss was tight. Our stop loss was around this area, I think. Let me see. Oh wait, I entered again here. Yeah, and I put my stop loss here. So but the first stop loss was here, then took us out right there. So now that we are out of that, we are looking at how are we coming back to this trade. We have an order block there that price has reacted to, and clearly it is even the one on H1. So why do I have to wait here when I see that H1 was a retest right there? That was a retest. We are in a buy trend, so that was like a retest. H4, I want to see H4. H4 is actually selling heavily. H4 is selling heavily, and look at what is happening there. H4 is selling heavily. We had that. I don't know how I've deleted it. They use that one up there. Alright, so H4 is selling. Daily is in a buy trend. It's weird, but retracing. It is in a buy trend, but trying to. It is on a retracement level on CCI, so it's, one can say it's trying to look for this liquidity grab. Was it enough right here on this fair value gap? I don't know, not sure. Right there is that, and that is the only liquidity grab that we are seeing there. The liquidity that is still hey, this is gonna be crazy. So right there on H4 I have my order block, so it means price is coming right back here. So this, from what we see right here, according to H1, we are selling strongly. If I go to M15, clearly you see that we have a change of character. We have the lows and the highs, lower lows and lower highs, so it's what is happening. So this, but I want to remind you that it has also reached that retracement level on M15, so it might give you this kind of move after right here, then it continues into that kind of sell. So which other level has it left there? We see a fair value gap right here on M15. You see it right there, so it's likely to come right there because I don't see any other fair value gap left. This was mitigated right here, so it's likely to come all the way there and then head back into sells. Why are we saying that? Because it has now grabbed the stop losses that were here, those that had entered buys from this level. Yeah, all right, so now, this is what H1 please guys, I think I'm rushing this. Let me first start from weekly. We are looking at, from weekly we are looking at selling, yes. Daily we are looking at selling for now because we are retesting. We have to retest before we continue with the buy, and this is a kind of retest we are looking at, probably to come all the way down below. I'm not sure, we will see about that, but the only liquidity I see is that fair value gap there according to daily. According to H4, we have that order block. Is the only liquidity that is left back, that order block, and probably with not even the fair value gap. Fair value gap is taken out by this move here. So if this move is deciding to first come here and give us a fake breakout right here before it continues to buy, then it's what is going to happen. But if we look at H4, we are in a sell. Daily we are also looking for the sell because we've reached the retracement level. Then H4 we are looking for sells. H1 is the one that is skeptical, is the one that I'm a bit not convinced yet. So first delete all this. And now once I delete that, delete this also. Let's see. We got M15, we are in a buy trend. H1, that means we're in a buy trend, and this was in that was in discount. So if that was in discount, it means the retracement here has been dealt with. So it's going to continue buying. So it's going to continue buying, reach the other side, touch the trend line, or touch that order block there. We have an order block right there. We have a fair value gap right there. So it's going to continue buying, reach that level, and then come stronger with sales, just like we need on H4. So the sell from H4 will bring us right back here to this order block. Is the one that is going to give us this fake breakout right here to grab liquidity on that order block. Yeah, so M15, even though it is showing us sales, but then why is M15 showing us sales? That is something also not understandable. Let's go to M15. This has been grabbed. Fair value gap. M15. What? Not really. Not really. I'm gonna wait to enter. The buys. Of course, M5 is already showing me buys, but then I will wait for a confirmation to enter these buys. We have already seen that we are on the discount level to enter our buys, so I can delete this. But then if it is coming to grab liquidity on that order block or this fair value gap, it will be seen. It has touched the fair value gap, but mostly we normally want when it is half. Is it going to give us that? We will wait for that. So let's, as we wait before we finish the session, we should be able to conclude with the way it's gonna go, the way it's going to go. Yeah, we will see that. We will see that. So this now is a no-go for me. I'm gonna wait for a confirmation right here. So M1 is going to go up, then come down to give us a change of character, and we can enter on M5 or M15, whichever is going to work for us better is what we'll go with. But for now, I'm going to be looking more of buys than sells, because H1 I'm in a buy trend. Even though I see a change of character on M15 right there. I'm in a buy trend according to H1. According to H1, having touched that level there, went up there. This was like a retracement according to fair value, according to Fibonacci, and that's what I'll be waiting for. Reach there, then come with sales. According to H4, we need sales, and highly even according to daily, but we won't have those sales before we reach that level there. That's what I'll be looking at. That's the plan. So the plan is to reach there, then come with sales according to H4 and daily time frame. I think that's it. I will leave this at M15. We'll be coming back to it to see if it is going according to the plan. Right there, right here, I want to remind you, right here, according to M15, we are still selling, but it's not confirmed. According to H1, we're supposed to continue buying. So for now, let's not make any mistake to enter any buys or any sales until we get another confirmation. So boom 1000. Let's now head over to boom 1000. I've talked a lot on crash 500 because it is a bit tricky. One can, what is one with me? Boom 1000. So boom 1000. Start from weekly. We are looking for sales. Daily, we are looking for sales. H4. we had that change of character, break of structure. Is it a break or not really? So it's been within a range. This is the downer range, the upper range right there, a limit I mean. Clearly H4 we have reached the retracement level right there. We've reached the retracement level right there. That's why H1 is oversold, and clearly it's coming right here. Grab liquidity on that order block on this fair value gap, and then get us into buys again to take us probably there. There's liquidity left back. Let's first delete this. Just a reminder, I didn't share this signal. I think, was it this is what boom 1000 H1. Let's see, did I make an entry yesterday? No, I did not make an entry. I made an entry the other day, but all we wanted yesterday was a breakout and a retest. It happened right there, so we had that, we had this, so that happened, retest there, and the sell came through, so we missed that entry. It came around what time? Let's see when this retest came around. That was 14, around 5. Yeah, it came around 5. So around 5 we were supposed to make that sell entry right there in the second candle, but I couldn't do that. I was heading to church, like I've told you, so that was a miss for us. But again, I think I had already even hit the target of the day, so by then I would not have entered it either way, so that is a miss for us. Now we know that we are looking for something like that, then we make that buy. This buy is going to go up to where this fair value gap is taken out. That fair value gap is taken out. So if it is taken out, I rather go to H4, look at which level is left, which point of interest are we getting back to. Are we getting back all the way up to that level, to that limit? Are we? Looks like we are going all the way back up there to the highs there. Because this fair value gap is very small. It's not that much of a point of interest, so I can delete all that. Let's leave that one alone there. Delete that. Got to H1. Wait for that. Wait for that to see if it's gonna come around all the way there. So let's look at M15. M15, we are going to get into, we are already in the buys, so it's just retesting. So I want to put my limit order right there. Is my internet slow? What is happening? Are you guys? My internet is okay. Why is what is happening here? Limit order. Just a minute, guys. I'm not sure what is happening to my boom 1000. It is not putting limit orders. This is weird. Today is 20th. Today is 20th. Let me see. I'm adding it there, but it is not showing. They are being added, but they are not showing on my screen. That is weird. Wow. So I can't even edit them. The limit orders are there, but I can't see them. This is one of never seen this. I've never seen something like this. As I speak currently, the limit order is here, but I can't edit it because I can't see it. That's crazy. That's very crazy. I'm going to restart my MT5. So just in a minute. I think it has refused, so I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just going to leave it alone. So it has refused. It's not bringing the limit orders. So I don't know if it is on Boom 1000 only. I will check the rest of the assets. But now that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm going to wait for this right here and then enter buys to take me right about there. That is according to H1. M15 I'm already looking for buys, so H1 I'll be comfortable with that. H4 I'm looking at a retracement, having reached this level, CCI retracement level, so I'm looking for a retracement to pull me back a bit, and then later on come with probably enough momentum to break through this support, this kind of support. But otherwise, according to daily, we are looking for sales, and weekly we are looking for sales. So leave this at H1. Let's leave that at H1. Now Boom 500. Let's now head over to Boom 500. So Boom 500, Boom 500. This is what yesterday. So yesterday, we wanted the buy. Actually, I was in a buy. Yeah, I didn't give you the signal because the entry point I wanted to give you the signal at did not come through. I wanted price to react back here. No, not actually really. What happened is it did what I wanted, but I missed to tell you to enter the buy. It happened in an instant before I could know it, and I didn't want you guys to have a big stop loss. So this came right here in an instant before I could actually even share the signal. It had already spiked, going all the way up, so I couldn't give it to you because it was already late. But that was the entry. You can see there, that was the entry right there. So took me out in my SLs later in the night, I think. Yeah, so that was yesterday. So sorry guys, couldn't give you that because I was late to give it to you. I didn't want you guys to enter all the way up there and put your stop loss all the way down here for what. Yeah, but you guys know why we chose to enter this. That was a change of character, so test of that level and entry without a doubt. All right, so today we first delete this limit order. It was for yesterday, waiting if it could return back to this order block also. So first go back to weekly. We have already broken out, but we are on the retracement level on according to weekly. So we should be getting a buy to get us right here, to get us right there as a retracement according to weekly. Yeah, so daily we are looking for buys, and H4 Patrick, you're calling me? Screen still in B1000? No, we are in B500. Is it stuck? Are you guys sure? Are you guys seeing static? What is happening? My side is showing that my wow. Okay, let me do this. I see. I think it is sorted. Are you guys seeing it? Man, today is crazy. Yeah, I think now it is sorted. Sorry guys. Wow. Sorry. Okay. I think now you can see boom 500. Is it? Can you see boom 500? Let me see some comments there. Sorry, I restarted the MT5, so it kept stuck on the vmix. So I hope now you can see my. Let me change to V25S. Yeah, V25S. Boom 500. Yeah, I think now it is okay. Yeah, it's over. Thank you. Sorry guys, I didn't know I was okay. Let's start afresh. So I was saying that about yesterday, this is where the trade was. I missed to give you the signal because I didn't want you guys to enter late, so it happened all of a sudden with a spike there, so I couldn't give you the late signal, but this is where the entry was. Yeah, I had my limit order. When it came back, it activated it immediately. So that's how we made money yesterday on this. Those who followed the analysis, who are not part of the signal group, I believe you had the entry properly. So that was the reason why. Change of character there, and the return to the change of character, and then boom, the buy came around. So enough of that. Let's now look at the weekly. We broke out there. That is a rising wedge, expanding rising wedge. We broke out. So according to CCI, we are oversold. I mean, we are on the retest or retracement level right there. So meaning we should be anticipating a buy to retest after breakout. So that is something like we should be expecting something like that right there as a retest according to weekly. So according to daily, we are oversold, meaning we are looking for buys. So that's why we need a buy to get us a bit to that fair value gap. right there according to daily time frame. According to H4, we are already in the buy. But then price came a bit down to test the level. So now we know that the buy is on. So I can first delete all this. We used them already. So if I go to already, H4 is oversold from there. That's why we started to enter buys right there. So when we go to H1, clearly we have a double bottom right here. We have a change of character right there. And price has decided to grab liquidity. There's no liquidity. There was no liquidity left. Why did it come down? Is it according to H4? No. Is it according to M30? M30 is not that of a big deal. So why? This is crazy. This is weird. This is also not that a big deal, but yeah, it is M15. That's the reason why it came down. So H4, we're looking for the buys. H1, we're looking for the sells in a weird way. It's weird. Buys M30, sells M15. We first go back a bit to MH1. Look at the structure. Look at the structure that I have right here to understand this boom 500. So it's within a channel, and those are crazy trades. Trades that are within a channel are crazy trades. It's going to continue like that all the way until it reaches this level right here, and then once it reaches there, it comes with a buy, just like we need according to H4. H1 is selling, M15 is selling. So until we get to buys according to H1, it's going to be a risky trade for us. So for now, I wouldn't trade it looking for buys. I would actually look for sells. When price reaches there, I enter sales to take me down. Reaches there, enter sales until it comes all the way back here, back to that level right there, that order block or the support down below there. Yeah, for now. So it's trading within a channel to reach all the way down, but later on we know that the channel leads us into the buys later on, continuation of the previous trend right there. So that will be our first TP when it gets to that level, or when it decides to break out. Market is funny. It may not even reach down below. It may react to something else, like where it has reacted here and given you a change of character there. It may decide to break out from here where we are currently. So market is very funny, and those guys can do whatever they want. The institutional guys, traders, whichever you want to call them. So that's what we'll be looking at. So either from here or from there, and the TP is this move from here to there. That is where we'll be having our TP. So that is enough for boom 500. Let's jump to, I'm not going to make an entry here. I can't enter the buy, but all you can is actually you can anticipate a pullback and then make your buy entry if you want to either there or between this fair value gap right here, or between there. So all you need is a pullback to this fair value gap. In fact, I think it's now going to come to that fair value gap and then continue to the buy right there. So until then, please, no entries that are evident currently. So leave this at M15 and let's move to V25S. V25S. Wall 25 oneness. Now start from weekly. We want sales just like we had sales yesterday. So we've been following this asset and we've been waiting for it to break out this very support level, and we've seen today that it has broken out. Yesterday's move, clearly those who I gave the signal in the VIP, congrats, even though it took me out earlier right about there, but it was continuing clearly, and now it is trying to show us that we are oversold according to H1. Yeah, this was the signal right there. I waited for that. Those who remember, that was the plan. Wait for, pull back there and then enter the sales. That was the plan. So yeah, took me out there, then continued into the sales. First clear this. This was the plan there, to reach at least that trend line and take your profits. So come back a bit to H4. This can now be deleted also. This, that. Delete all that. That is a fair value gap. We can have it. We can just have it. We wanted price to react from there and then continue to sales. That is according to daily. So the move is to bring us all the way here according to daily. But daily now is oversold right there. It is oversold. Why? Because of this order block right there. It is oversold. Weekly, we have finished retesting, meaning sales should continue. So whatever I'm seeing on CCI, I can't consider. Why? Because it's just an indicator. So what I can do is use price action, and that is where I have my break of structure. So I need to see some lower low right about where? Lower low, probably to this fair value gap, probably to that fair value gap, and then come again with the come around with the retracement to give me a lower high, and then come again with the lower low. That's the move right there. So that's something we'll be looking at. Come here, give us a lower low according to daily, go back, give us a lower high, probably back to that break of structure, and then come again with the sales. That's how we'll be looking at it. So go to H4, look at what it is giving us. We have a break of structure, and this candle alone shows you high momentum for sales. So whatever it is trying to give us here as a buy momentum is just a vague kind of momentum. So I can't buy that and say that it's going to actually buy. No, it's just a trick. That's what I may not consider that as. I may consider that as a trick to take money from the guys who are looking at buying it. So I wouldn't make any mistake to buy it until it gives us a new lower low. So after creation of a new lower low, that's when I can start to think of actually making sell buy entries. But for now, this is gonna be a no-go for me until the buy starts, and of which right now, as I see this momentum of this H4 candle, we are still going to keep selling. This is high momentum, so we're going to keep selling. I'm looking at it coming all the way here. So for now, I'm not trading this. Maybe if it makes a little pullback according to lower time frames, then I can make an entry. Yeah, it may make a pullback probably right here according to M15. So if it does that, then I can make my sales. But right now I don't have an entry at all. I don't have an entry at all. So probably if it does that, then I can make my entry oversell to sell it all the way down below like we need according to daily. So this is a no-go for me till further notice. V75, time is rushing. I started late, so anything that is not really a priority or that doesn't have a clear structure, we are not going to waste time with it. So let's first clear this chart right here. What is that? So let's first clear the chart right here. Delete all that. Delete all that. Price wanted it to reach there, it reached. What is this? Reached that one. Look out. It is an expanding symmetrical triangle, so it gave us a continuation. Right. Okay. So now, according to the previous analysis, we wanted price to reach there and then we start to sell it. That is what I see from what I last shared. So let's go to daily. Daily, we wanted price to get there. It hasn't reached yet. Why? Why do we want it to reach there? Because of the previous move that brought us into this kind of consolidation. So that's where we wanted price to reach, but it hasn't reached. In fact, we've been consolidating even more after breaking out. Excuse me. So going to H4, going to daily, we are oversold. Going to H4, we are overbought. H4, we are overbought. H1, we are overbought. Wow. M30, we are overbought. M15, we are not overbought, but we are. Oh yeah. We did touch that. If you can clearly check this, we never touched oversold. So it means we are still looking for sales still, according to M15. That is weird. So we are looking at a change of character at M15. At H1, it's still a long way to go. So until we see something on H1, I think we can just hold on to make any mistakes. We can hold on to make any mistakes. Now, how are we going to be looking for this? I need to see a breakout here. We need to see, because according to H1, daily and H1, H4, the momentum has just touched, meaning the price has just touched, meaning we may see a breakout, and if that breakout happens, then we know that it's gonna retest. In fact, according to H1, it has already broken out. It has already retested, and we need Yeah, it has already broken out and retested. So we are likely to see the buy continue and even reach that level that we want, which is our TP level according to what we need here, right there. So we've already seen a breakout right there. So whatever that is following right now, I can't enter. Why? Because I don't have a clear opportunity to make an entry just because of how the structure is. What I can do is to wait for my sells, probably, if it happens to get there, or if it happens to give me a breakout right here and then a retest, then I can easily make an entry to buy this asset. But for now, that is also a no-go. I'm not going to waste any more minutes on that. Let's head over to jump 50. So jump 50, start from weekly. We were supposed to sell it yesterday. I don't know how I got, I remember. I later chose to focus on the 3 assets that I told you about before we finished. So that's why I didn't go back to reanalyze these assets, but clearly what we analyzed was on point. Having reached there, we were supposed to make our entries, but how were we supposed to do that? So let's look at it. So this was like let's see, so as like a change of character according to M15, then pull back right there. This is where we are supposed to make our entry, right there on that change of character, on that fair value gap after change of character right there. This is where we were supposed to make our entry, right there. And clear after doing that, price never turned back. So we missed that. So let's look at how we can capitalize on its move today. Let's go back to, so according to H4, that is a change of character here. That tells us that price has to react back, has to go back, but from what I see, we are still moving. Probably we may even reach here according to H1, because once H1 becomes oversold, then we can anticipate a pullback on H4 to come back around that area or that area. So this is where we would anticipate it to come back to before we can continue with the sells. So according to H1, it's still going to keep buying until it becomes oversold. Selling until it becomes oversold. According to M15, it is already oversold, but clearly we can see that it is having a low momentum and it is consolidating. So right about now, I wouldn't, and the way it is consolidating, it gives you an indication that once it breaks out, it's gonna continue with this kind of move. It's going to continue with this kind of move, of which that move will be bringing you right exactly where we want to enter our buys. So that answers our question. Just a minute. All right, so just as I was telling you, that is how we are going to be looking at it. So all we can do now is wait on M15 and make that entry when it gives us that. When it gives us that exactly breakout, it's gonna come here, and then we can make our buy entries according to H1 buy entry to take us all the way there, and according to H4 it will be a retest back to the change of character. So meaning it's gonna give us a lower low here, and again a lower high, then continue lower low, lower high, just like you know guys how the downtrend works. Right, now that is said on jump 50, we can leave it on M15, put it just about there, and just wait for it to come around. Let's now head over to jump 25. Let's head over to jump 25. I hope we are doing good. Okay. So before we close today's session, I'm going to be talking about one thing I was telling one of us here on how you can calculate and understand what you're going to risk before you can actually make the entry. So I'll be sharing that on how you can do it before you make your entry, so that you know if the trade is going to be within your risk tolerance, or if you can just leave it alone and look for another trade that can give you the risk tolerance that you need. All right, so this is jump 25. I'll be sharing with you that before we finish, so that will be at the end of this session. Those who want to know more, you can stick around. We just still have a few minutes to close this. All right, so jump 25. I actually traded this yesterday. Let me remember where I wanted price to react back to that. I've just deleted the rest of the analysis, but I wanted price to react back there and then come with a sell. So this is what happened. That is where I made my entry right there. Having seen that, I never shared that because we had already, I normally aim at 3 trades to give us signals. I don't want to make you guys overtrade. So sometimes maximum is always 4 trades that I give in the signals, but maximum of you guys should be always 3 trades. So that's what I did. Entry was there because I follow what I analyze. So most of these I make that as when they come around just like I planned, I don't hesitate to make that trade. That's me. So that's why I took the trade right there. We tested to the fair value gap, and my entry was on the second candle when the sell momentum began. Right there. I was a bit late. I was supposed to enter actually right here, right there on that second candle after touching that. So I was a bit late, but I made the entry there and it sold. It missed my TP. The TP was just on this line. The TP was on this line, so it missed my TP and reacted back and found my SL in profits, took me out there. So that is jump 25. So now that is cleared, let's now look at weekly. Weekly, we are looking for sales. Daily, we are selling still. So the pullback, the plan was to have a pullback there and then come with sales. So are we having that plan? I think we are. Yeah, I think we are. Though it may not reach all the way up there, but the plan is still on. So the buy started, just like I had told you. If you missed yesterday's analysis, go and see how we had planned this. So the buy is coming, and this buy is according to H4. It's gonna go there, and then we make our sells to bring us again down below according to daily time frame. So H4, you clearly see that it is oversold, meaning the buys should be in. So how are we going to make this entry? Let's now delete this. I still need that, so I can just leave it for now, but I can delete the other one, delete that, delete even these for now. So what I see, a fair value gap that was left here, and it was actually mitigated, somehow mitigated. So price may not reach all the way back there, but it can. Let me see it, H4. Actually, according to H4, it will. According to H4, it's gonna go all the way back there. It's gonna go all the way back there according to H4. So we just have to have it like that. Delete that. Have this just here, and then let's wait for. Let's look at H1. H1 is a bit consolidating in a weird structure that I can't figure it out now. According to M15, it's gonna be a pennant, or is it a pennant? Let's just hold it up here like that. It's gonna be a flag. If it is a flag, then price is gonna give us this move right about there. So we will have to wait. This is jump 25. We will have to wait. According to CCI, M15 is overbought, so meaning sales are on. So it means we may actually, before we have the sell, the buy, we may actually see the fake breakout to bring you here. You may actually see the fake breakout to bring you here on this order block right there. So be ready for anything. So price knows to do that, because this is a liquidity kind of level. Go back to H1. Yeah, clearly that's what may actually happen. Liquidity grab on that order block and then continue with the buy. So that is it according to jump 25. I can't say no more on this asset. Let's now get to jump 10. Now jump 10 was a weird one. Gave us money, but those who stayed in it, again, they lost the money. So it was a weird one. So let's look at it. Starting from all the way weekly. Weekly, we are looking for a retracement, having reached the retracement level on CCI there. But this kind of retracement didn't actually happen just like how we wanted it to happen immediately. So what we saw later on is H daily was oversold. Yeah, meaning anticipating for buys. The other reason that we were looking for more buys is this was in the shape of an ascending triangle, and having seen that it was on a support, yeah, more of a support. It was not that genuine support right about there, but yeah, more of a support. It gave us a reason to anticipate for a buy trend or a reversal because of the ascending triangle right there. But we didn't see that. Actually, price came back to that resistance level, and clearly, according to today, it started with a buy. Price started with a buy. We actually started with a sell, and then price jumped. According to jump 10, we see a jump to get into buys. So as of the last H4 that has started, actually on this H4 candle that has just started, we started to see a pullback. Why? Because price is still showing us that it is oversold. Now let's talk about yesterday's trade. why did we enter the trade, which was around here. Let's go to H1, M15. No, go to M15 actually. So the trade was here. We were, according to H4, we were in that kind of was it a channel? But it was not even, it was like a falling wedge. Wait a minute, where did we make an entry? It was here. Yes, there was an order block there that was matching with what we wanted to touch that trend line and then get us into the buy trade to all go all the way there. The other confirmation that we needed was a continuation of the buys once price breaks this level, which was like a change of character right here. So price broke out there. I thought price is going to continue. That's what we all wanted, price to continue and touch that trend line there, but price didn't actually do all that. It broke out once and then it kept on going back. Thought it was retesting to continue back again, but we were surprised with the breakout, and after that we realized that price was actually not going to go back. So this is how my trade, I couldn't take a lot, but I didn't make a loss. The loss I made was making another entry when it reacted back to this trend line again. So that is the loss I made when I entered the buy and took my stop loss later on. So that was the last trade I made here. And looking at the daily, I mean the H4 now, that is what happened. So this was never something that we could have anticipated. Actually, it was supposed to be like that right there. So broke out there and didn't make any sense. So right now I can easily tell you that this where we are, of which it is H4, we had a breakout on that is it an order block on H4? Let's understand that. Yeah, that is an order block on H4. We had a breakout there, but according to daily, it may become a fake breakout. What we are seeing currently, it may become a fake breakout if this candle, if the H4 candle continues. If it does, we can anticipate something like this according to H4, and then continue with the buy. Let's delete that. We can anticipate something like that according to H4. If it does that, then you know that this was a fake breakout according to daily, and that means what we are looking for, which is buys according to daily, just like you saw when it touched the oversold there, it will be now coming alive. And this would have been just a fake breakout to grab all the stop losses that were here, and then later on to take us all the way there, just like we need according to this ascending triangle. So right now go to H1. H1 is already giving us an indication of something like a change of character right there. It is a good thing according to H1. So what do? Wait for this move to go through and then pull back just like we wanted. It's gonna happen actually. So breakout right there and then pull back either to that fair value gap right here, or to this order block, or to any fair value gap that will be here. As long as it is the first fair value gap, then make the entry, make the buy entry right there. So I hope now you see how all this is gonna play out. So M15 is like that, so I will just wait on H1 and H4. So H4, we will be waiting for that kind of move. That's what I'm gonna be anticipating, and that's how I will asset, nothing less, nothing added. Until I see something like this, I have no entry. So let's delete this now. Delete that. I see more other lines. Those lines are important. This one, let me just change this and make it dotted so that it doesn't confuse us. All right, so that is what we can talk about on this asset. Delete. That's what we can talk about on this asset, which is Jack 10, and now I want to leave it at that. So let's do a recap. Before we do a recap, let me actually tell you how we can do the math and understand the stop loss that you're going to risk. For instance, I don't know if I can get a window here where I will have my calculator. Let me see if I can have it. Right. I need another. Let me get calculator here. Now we need to add it in here. So add it in here. Just. Okay. Oh. And we just have this right about there. Just a minute, I'm trying out something so that I can easily bring in the calculator and you guys be able to see it. Okay, so what am I looking at? All right, so just gonna add the calculator right there. I don't know if you guys can see it on the screen there. So if you guys can see, if I wanted to get my if I wanted to put my stop loss just here, so this is 84. That will be 84852. That is where I want to put my stop loss. I'm going to be looking at, probably I want to buy, so that will be 84852.86. that is my stop loss, where I want to put it. And let me say where the price is currently, that is my entry. So that is 85. Let me say 85090. My entry is 85090. So all I will do is I'll come to my calc and I will get my entry, which is 85090. Then I subtract the stop loss, and where I've put my stop loss, which is 8485.86. I hope guys you can see my screen. 0.86. Now once I have that, this is the this is the what? Wait, there's a number missing. There's an 8. Sorry guys. So let me repeat. It's 85090 minus 84852.86, and that will be 237.14. That is the difference between those two numbers. Now what I will do is, once I get that number, I multiply it with the lot size I'm thinking about using. So depending on your account, so probably you have a $100 account, I would suggest, this is jump 10, I would suggest like 0.2. so if I multiply it with 0.02, I'll be having a negative 4.7 as my loss, as my risk. That will be my risk there. Is it within my risk? Is it within the risk that I want, that I'm looking at? 3%, maximum of 3%. 3% of $100, that is about $3. Is it? Not really. 3% of $100. 3% of $100. 3%. 0.03 times 100. That will be $3. Yeah, that will be $3. So I can suggest, I can decide to use this and then look at only entering one trade in a day, or I can decide to now use 0.01. So if I went back to this and I multiplied it with 0.01, that means I would be looking at 2.3 as my risk. That means I can easily enter this trade and put where I want to put my stop loss, but with a 0.01 as my lot size. So that's how I look at, that's how you can easily do that, and you know how much you're going to risk before you enter a trade, or you even compare some of the the lot sizes that you should think of using, and be able to make it work. I don't know if you guys have seen my screen and what I was doing there. I think you've seen it. So hopefully you were able to understand that. Any questions? I think you should post when you see, as some of us don't trade the same assets as everybody, different trade styles. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, Faith. Not sure what you're talking about, but yeah. Oh, were you meaning the assets? The assets, sometimes I don't want to give you something that can put you on a panic. Assets like Jump 25 is a high volatile asset and big asset. So if the entry is that kind of entry where it will make you to have a bigger stop loss, I don't share it. So yeah, sorry. If that's what you're meaning, I will try my best to share as much as I can the signals that I always get that come around to the points of interest that we normally look at. Yeah, I will try my best, but most of the times once I share about 3, I stop, or about 4, I stop. Yeah. Okay, all right, let's do the recap. I hope you've gotten what I was trying to share with you there in as far as understanding which stop loss you should consider, or how to calculate your stop loss before you enter the trade. I hope you've gotten that. So let's do the recap and we call it a day. let's do the recap and we call it a day. All right, so this has returned here. Do we have an entry? We want to buy it all the way there. This is M15. This is M15. Skeptical. It's a bit tricky. It's a bit tricky. Let me wait for another H1 candle to start. So it's a bit tricky. I can't advise anyone to enter right here. We can easily wait for a change of character. Yeah, but it's still a bit tricky. So let's leave this asset alone for now. Delete this. Boom 1000. It has returned where we wanted it. Why should we wait? Why should we wait to buy this asset? We are in the last minute, so I don't normally love waiting. Let me go to H4. H4 may continue. H4 may continue. Let's see. No. I'm entering here with 0. I had my limit orders right there. This is the asset. I had my limit order right here. I'm still wondering why that trade is not entering. You can see that now I should be in money because my limit order was there, and even I've entered more buys right here, but nothing. I'm not seeing anything. I don't know what Deliv is doing to my account. Not sure what he's doing, but yeah, this is where we're supposed to be making our entries, just like we planned. I will have to figure it out. I don't know why. So I don't know if it is only on Boom 1000. I haven't checked this, but now this is just disappointing. Boom 500, the buy has started here. We wanted that, so why do we have to wait? Remember, it is trading within a channel, so our TP is around there. You don't have to drag it and hold. So just a buy there. Boom 500 is actually allowing entries, so it's just a buy about there. Just take your profits around that level and move out. Please don't forget to trail your stop loss. I want to remind you that this stop loss is a bit big because of the kind of trade we are looking at. So it's almost a 1 to 2. Is it even a 1 to 2? Let's look at that. Yeah, it's about a 1 to 2. I want to right there. So if you can, you can enter it. If you can't, you can leave it and wait for something better, which can give you at least a 1 to 3. So what you're risking here is, yeah, it's a good trade, but you can choose not to trade it. But it is a good trade. It is a good trade that I'm looking at. Anyways, that is it on Boom 500. That's how I've entered my trade there. I was late. I was supposed to enter right here. Actually, after this spike, I was supposed to enter. Yeah, but nevertheless, I've made an entry. I can't go back now. Volatility 25s, pull back there and sell. That's what we were looking for, and it has done it. So do we have an entry? Oversold. Oversold. Why are we selling? Oh yes, we were looking for the sales right there because of what was going on. The momentum on H4 is still strong. I mean, the momentum on H4 sales was strong, but clearly Yeah, but is there anything that is matching with the cells? I only see a change of character on M1. That is a change of character on M1. So are we saying we continue with the cells? M1 is saying so. This is for scalping. This is for scalpers. So let me show you the scalping kind of this. Just enter with that. Don't go into add in anymore. I'm just gonna have my tight stop loss. I will be looking for my TP. Where am I going to look for my TP? Just on M15, probably back here, back to that level. So if it comes there, I'm out. So this is just a scalping kind of trade that you can choose to risk, but remember the momentum to sell is still on according to H4. So that's why I was looking for that pullback. Now the only issue now is that this pullback may actually continue according to H4. That is the only challenge. That's why I was not advising for this trade according to what I saw on M15. But for a scalp, the scalp can go through. This scalp can actually come around. Is what scalping can actually turn around to come around and hit a TP, and then later on continue with a buy, because according to H4, the pullback may continue for this whole, for these 4H, for these 4 hours of this current candle. We are just now only 1 hour past. We are left with 3 more hours when we are looking at this kind of pullback or retest candle. It may not. So this is not a market that we can say it's gonna do this. There's no news that we can anticipate. There's nothing. So you have to follow what the market is giving you. We don't have any more data to use because we've just broken out, like I showed you. We've just broken out there. This data can't give you anything, and clearly what it is showing us is we are oversold, yet the momentum of sales is even stronger. Yeah, that's how weird the asset is. But I'm gonna look at that scalp trade, take my profits, move out. Yeah, VVV20 V75, it's a no-go. We're not wasting time there. This, we know that it is going to continue selling right up to when it reaches here. We will be entering our buys right there. We'll be looking at entering buys right there. Even the buy limit on this jump 10 has refused. I mean jump 20, jump 50. I've put another limit order right there. It has refused. I don't know what they are doing. Probably they are doing maintenance, or it is my account. I don't know what is happening. Yeah, like I told you that the sale is going to come, get to this, and then we can enter buys. So I can have my buy limit right here. This one has accepted, so it's some of the assets. That's weird, very weird actually. I don't have time to complain to leave, but I would have actually gone there. I'd have gone ahead and complained. So the sale is continuing. Those who love scalping can enter trades knowing that they are not going to put stop losses. I don't normally encourage not putting stop losses, but if you know that the trade is coming all the way here, you don't have any reason you can't enter the trade. You know that you will only trade short. You enter multiple trades, take the money, move out. Take the money, move out. You know that it's coming all the way here. Lastly is jump 10. Jump 10, we are looking at that, and then we make our entry when this reacts back here. So that's how we're going to trade that. So this, let me see the trades that we are anticipating. We have jump 25, jump 10, jump 50 is going to be a short sell and buy. Jump 75, no. Jump 25, yes, my scalping trade is on. I'm in profits there, like I told you, because I followed the plan I had. Boom 500, the buy is on. We are in profits. Those that have entered, congrats. I can break even now because I don't have to wait. Boom 1000, Yes, it has started. I should be in profits. I had my limit orders right there, but something is not. Let me see if those trades are on according to. Yeah, one trade is on actually, so it activated only one limit order. The other limit order right here was never activated. I don't know why. So currently all the trades are in profits right there. You can clearly see that right there. Crash 500, just like I told you, we wait. So it's still trying to pull to do some more of it, so we just wait. We will see. We will be getting an entry. I don't want us to make some rash decisions before we are ready. So the buy there on boom 1000, we are in. Congrats. That boom 500, congrats. Also V25S, congrats. Jump 50 we wait, jump 25 we will wait, jump 10 we will wait. Let me wish you guys a good day. I've talked a lot. I'm a bit now tired. You should go and get some tea and then look at how we are going to make this money today. Let me wish you guys a good day. Please remember to always trail your stop losses, and of course don't forget to use proper risk management. Don't over leverage using your lot size when you're not ready or when you're not sure of the win rate of that trade. Please don't do that. Your capital is what is important. When you risk it, when you highly risk it, you will have issues. Otherwise, let me wish you guys a good day. See you tomorrow, same time. Tomorrow is Friday. That will be our last day. See you tomorrow, same time. Have a good one, Doug. Have a good trading day, guys.